Assalamualaikum, I am Yasmin from Group Peony, and in this video, me and my friends will be presenting our findings on the term project that we have done focusing on SDG 3 for Maybank. The objective of the term paper assignment for this course is to identify sustainability problems in one organization in the industry and try to attempt to solve them using an accounting technique. We have chosen Maybank, one of the largest banks in Malaysia and Southeast Asia, as the subject of our case study. Because of the limitations that we have as a small group and for the sake of simplicity, the scope of this paper will only be within Maybank's transaction banking department and thus not cover the whole of Maybank as an organization. After conducting our interview with an officer from the transaction banking department, we have decided to incorporate an accounting technique called the balance scorecard in our analysis to come up with solutions to help solve the sustainability issue. Balance scorecard is a comprehensive technique that translates the department's objective into comprehensive organization strategies. A balance scorecard is a strategic management performance metric that helps companies identify and improve their internal operations to help their external outcomes. According to Kaplan and Norton, there are 4 basic questions that need to be answered in doing this technique. They are first, how do we look to shareholders that focuses on the financial outlook of the organization? Secondly, the question that needs to be answered within a balanced scorecard is, how do customers see us that focuses on the customer perspective? Thirdly, the question to be answered is, what must we excel at that focuses on internal business perspective? And lastly, can we continue to improve and create value that focuses on innovation and learning? All of these aspects are interrelated with each other, and the relationship is often portrayed through a strategy map.
Hi, I'm Fatiha. Moving on to the selected Sustainable Development Goals. We had decided to highlight the third SDG, which is good health and well-being, because these are the important aspects that need to be stressed on following the pandemic. This SDG should be highlighted in every organization to ameliorate the current situation that has halted the health progress of humans globally. This goal focuses on ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for all at all ages. The World Health Organization, WHO, had outlined the targets for this SDG. Nevertheless, we will only emphasize on 2 targets, which are Target 3.4 and Target 3.8. Target 3.4 is to reduce premature mortality and promote mental health and well-being. Premature mortality is the death before normal death age, which is 75 years old, which may be due to illness, traffic accidents, or maybe suicides. The target to reduce premature mortality depends greatly on the well-being of employees at work because it influences their behavior outside the office, also on their mental health. Mental health is a crucial discussion and should be monitored to avoid depression that might lead to unwanted situations. Next, Target 3.8 emphasized on achieving universal health coverage, including financial risk protection. WHO depicted the meaning of universal health coverage, which is that all people have access to the health service without financial hardship. Thus, the organization is hoped to facilitate employees with acceptable health benefits to promote good health and well-being of the employees. Therefore, we will give more focus on these targets and provide fruitful initiatives and suggestions to improve on the issues related to the organization of our choice.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Nur Nabila Shohada. Proceed to third part, which is the case organization. We choose Malayan Banking Berhad, as known as Maybank, as it is well known and one of the largest financial institutions in Malaysia and Southeast Asia that offers various types of financing services to its users. According to the Brand Finance 2020 report, Maybank is the most valuable bank brand in Malaysia, the top 4th brand among Asian countries, and ranked 7th in the most valuable brand in the world. It was incorporated in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia in the year 1960 by a Singaporean business tycoon, Tan Sri Koo Teck Puat. Due to the limitations, the focus of this paper is only within the strategic management in transaction banking department of Maybank. This paper does not cover the whole of Maybank as an organization. We conduct an interview session with an official staff from the Strategic Management in Transaction Banking Department, Puan Nadia. She is married woman and holding a title of manager in the department with 9 years working experience in the banking line, as well as having served Maybank for 3 years in the same line. She engaged more in foreign exchange trading that related to finance banking in the Maybank. There are several issues pointed out that such as usage of the fitness centers due to pandemic and busy schedules, mental health awareness, and insurance coverage for child delivery. Maybank does provide a fitness center for the staff, but they do not have time to go to the center and enjoy the facilities. Even the high position staff sometimes advise their colleague to go to the gym, but still hard for them due to tight deadline. During the pandemic, there are SOPs that need to be followed, and it causes a hassle for people to get to the center. Maybank sometimes does service on the staff, physical and health mentor, but not gradually with regard to the insurance plan. The capping limit on women benefit, especially the child delivery, is kept at 1,000, while other companies such as ExxonMobil and Shell cover the whole cost. Next, there are two methods used to derive the data sources, which are by conducting interview and based on the latest annual report, which is in the year 2020. The information and disclosure have the consent of the interviewee and allow us to use it for educational purposes. As I mentioned earlier, we had interview Puan Nadia, which is a manager in the Strategic Management Transaction Banking Department in Maybank. Generally, we ask open questions without mentioning which SDG is it, and at the same time, the question relates to the 17 goals. The response from the interviewee will record as a note of each question asked. While during the second interview sessions, which is suggesting the initiative and implementation plan that the department may be able to construct. The second source in collecting data is from the annual report of the company. We look at the annual report in the year of 2020 and scrutinize the SDGs implemented by them. This finding will help in preparing a good and comprehensive report. In spite of that, there is a limitations of knowing the SDG executed in the organization as a whole. Hence, this report is prepared in a specific department of the company rather than as a whole organization.
Next, we are going to construct the balance scorecard by going through each of the 4 aspects and brainstorm the objectives, measures, targets, and initiatives for each aspect. Firstly, the focus is on the first aspect, which is the financial aspect. The question that needs to be answered is to succeed financially, how should we appear to our shareholders? So, the first objective under this aspect is to increase the revenue. To do this, the measure that we have chosen is the productivity level of each employee in the department. As in the case of service industry, employee is the asset of the department. So our target is for the productivity level to increase by 20% over half a term, and we are going to do this by proposing a culture to not overwork employees and to provide flexible and ample breaks in between work. Next, our objective of asset utilization measures the number of absence due to sick leave in days, and the target is for the number of sick leave taken by employees reduced by 10% over half a year. To do this, the proposal is to increase health insurance coverage for better treatment and also to provide a compulsory biannual medical checkup on each employee for early prevention. Next, the second aspect that we're going to focus on is the internal business process. In this aspect specifically, the question that we're going to answer is, to satisfy our shareholders and customers, what business processes must we excel at? Our objective in this aspect is for the quality of the service to be improved. The measure is the amount of error found in work submitted by employees, and our target is for the amount of error found decreases by 10% each month. The initiatives that we propose to achieve this is for the company to help improve the focus of employees by having few stretching or physical exercise breaks in between work, and to allocate time for department organized workout session every 2 weeks. Thirdly, one of the main aspects in the balanced scorecard is innovation and learning. The question that we will answer is, to achieve our vision, how will we sustain our ability to change and improve? The first objective of this aspect is technology investment, and we are going to measure this through the number of manual works that can be replaced by technology or automation. Our target is for 10% of the manual work to be reduced and replaced by automation. To do this, we propose for the department or the company to invest in machineries or technology to reduce manual work done by employees. The second objective is to focus on the employees' mental health empowerment. We are going to measure this through the level of department's involvement in employees' mental health and well-being. On average, level of department's involvement in an employee's mental health and well-being should increase by 5% to 10%, and the proposals are to organize mental health talk or workshop at least once a year, and to organize one-to-one sharing session with each employee every 1 month to increase motivation. Last but not least, the last aspect is the customer. The main question to be answered is, to achieve our vision, how should we appeal to our customers? Under this aspect, we would like to firstly focus on customer relationship. We will measure this through the number of work finished over the initial due date agreed with the client. And the target is for the number of work finished over the initial due date agreed decreases by 10%, and this could be done by increasing the communication within the team members on the acceptable due date to be arranged on each type of work. The second objective is to focus on product and service attribute. The measure would be the number of bad feedbacks from customers, and we are targeting for it to decreases by 10% annually. To do this, we recommend the department to review task delegation within the department for customer efficiency. The details on the initiative listed and the suggested action and implementation plan will be presented by the next presenter.
Thank you, Yasmin. As explained earlier, Balanced Scorecard enables a company to drive their strategy in 4 perspectives. Objectives are constructed, and the relevant alternatives to meet the objective are aligned to the main goal of this term paper, which is to enhance good health and well-being in the Maybank's transaction banking department. Therefore, this accounting technique indicates that all initiatives suggested to be implemented as it focuses on all points of view. In this section, I will outline the implementation plan for the alternatives. Financial perspective. The objectives displayed in this viewpoint are to increase revenue and to utilize the asset held by the company. For the first objective, what the department could do to enhance good health and well-being to increase revenue are they should start a culture to not overwork employees and provide flexible and ample breaks between work. These initiatives will help the department to increase the productivity level of the employee. To implement them, the manager should analyze the workload by surveying it from the employee's perspective on the duration that they need to complete a task. We understand that Maybank is a service provider where they are competing with other banks as clients prefer one that can provide the service in a shorter time. Therefore, if the survey displayed that the time needed by the employee for a specific task is not negotiable, then this is a sign where the department need to employ more staff to cater the heavy workload. Eventually, they can increase the revenue by meeting the deadline, at the same time reduce overworking the employees. Also, the department can enhance employees' productivity to increase revenue by providing flexible and ample breaks. This can be done by giving the employee time to settle down after they have completed with a specific task. Puan Nadia said that Maybank has accommodated the employee with gym facilities, yet they do not have time to utilize it due to the workload. Therefore, this initiative will give the employee opportunity to make use of the facilities provided by Maybank. The time frame for the break needs to be considered and included during the job planning to avoid delay and accumulated work. The second objective under the financial perspective is to utilize the asset of the company, which is the employee. In order to reach this objective, the head of department should take care of their employees' health to reduce absenteeism due to sick leave. This can be done by conducting a compulsory biannual medical checkup on each employee for early prevention. The data on the medical information of employees should be gathered and updated in the database system. From this, Maybank can decide on the health insurance coverage for the employee for better treatment. Next, in internal business perspective, our team suggests Maybank's transaction banking department to improve employees' focus and allocate time for department organisation every 2 weeks to improve the quality of work done by the employee. This is measured by the decrease in number of errors found in their work. Employees' focus can be improved by developing a stress-free environment by giving flexibility to employees. First, they should be given flexibility to do their tasks at any time as long as the deadline is met because everyone focuses at different times. Some are more productive during the night and some during the day. Therefore, allowing flexible schedules improve employees' focus as well as the productivity of the employee. Also, managers play an important role to portray a good role model to the employees. Managers should avoid distractions and show enthusiastic character so that the employee will follow. Another initiative to improve quality in the internal business perspective is to allocate time for remote lifting activities such as aerobic or Zumba session. This can provide the employee with some relaxation by having an enjoyable session. Thereby, this improves their fitness as well as focus and thus enhancing good health and well-being in the department. Third, innovation and learning perspectives. There are two objectives under this perspective, which are technology investment and employees' mental health empowerment. First, the department should invest in machineries or technology to reduce manual work done by employees. This is to enhance efficiency, timeliness, and reduce error in the department. Puan Nadia told us that some clients complain about the trouble of providing hard copy documents. Therefore, we responded to this problem by suggesting them to invest in systems to ease customers to provide the documents needed. Adapting to artificial intelligence is a good way for the department to facilitate employees in doing their tasks. The head of department can work together with IT professionals to make this work. They can lay down what the employees as end users need and work towards generating a system to satisfy those needs. Then, it is important to document how the system works to guide the current and new employees. Second, to improve employees' mental health empowerment, the department should increase the level of involvement in employees' mental well-being. A mental health talk or workshop at least once a year should be done to increase awareness on mental health in the department. They can approach a psychologist for employees to get the correct view of their mental health condition. Other than that, the head of department should get a proper training to build necessary skills to enhance their role in creating a mentally healthy culture. Then, a one-to-one sharing session with the employee can be done to assess employees' condition. Finally, in the fourth perspective, we outline two objectives which are customer relationship and product and service attribute. First, the transaction banking department should increase communication within team members on the acceptable due date to be arranged on each task. The important thing in this initiative is to know their customer on what they want and fulfill it in an acceptable timeline. Then the manager should communicate the job planning to the team and provide stability to the worker's schedule. This significantly helps to improve employees' well-being. The team leader should also monitor the progress of the task to improve on any area that causes delay. These efforts improve customers' relationship as they return to their client before the deadline. Next, the second goal emphasizes on product and service attribute in which it focuses on improving customer satisfaction. The department should respond to the customer's view or criticism because embracing customer experience helps to build a successful relationship. In terms of feedbacks on the department's work efficiency and timeliness, They should review the task dedication and form new group of employees according to their abilities and expertise. Other than that, if there are comments on lack of skills and knowledge, then department should equip the employee with relevant skills to increase efficiency.
Evaluations of suggestion. Initiative and implementation plan have been provided and discussed to oversee whether perspective in each of the balance scorecard is able to be adopted in the organization. We had the second session interview with Puan Nadia, the manager of strategic management in the transaction banking department, regarding the suggestion made to improve the well-being and health in the particular department. The way to achieve the objective of each perspective have been clarified to Puan Nadia, and she understood the implementation plan presented by us. So we prepared and distributed an evaluation form to look at the points of view of Puan Nadia on each perspective of the balance scorecard. The reason is because we want to scrutinize the accounting tool that we use and see if it is convenient and suitable for the company to adopt. As you can see on the screen, overall, the implementation plan caught the eyes of Nadia, and she was really satisfied with our presentations and appreciate that we had come up with this broad strategy and implementation plan to enhance the well-being of employees in her department. The main highlight during the sessions was that the talks or workshops regarding the employees' mental wealth awareness should be increased to make it quarterly rather than once a year. Other than that, in the customer perspective, which is on part review task delegation, Puan Nadia prefers to focus on the customer rather than the employees. Mainly, this for the employees in response to the customer's feedback in order to achieve customer efficiency. Even though she was satisfied with the overall accounting tools used, her concern is that the company is not be able to adopt it in one go because costs may arise. When the costs or expense show an increasing trend during that year, it will reduce the profit for the year. Implementing the whole accounting tools would cost the company a huge amount. Hence, she believed that the company was able to implement it gradually by stages, such as starting from the innovation and learning perspective during the first whole year, as this require a long-term period to be implemented.
In short, this term paper provides a detailed discussion on how Maybank's transaction banking department can alleviate the sustainability issues related to SDG 3, good health and well-being in the department. The sustainability issues highlighted are abundant workload that hinder them from utilizing the fitness center, mental health awareness and insurance coverage. Next, we use a balanced scorecard to formulate the alternatives in four management perspectives. Initiatives are suggested based on the objectives outlined while embracing the SDG goals. Earlier, we had mentioned that the initiatives are outlined to satisfy Target 3.4 and Target 3.8 in SDG 3. To recap, Target 3.4 focuses on reducing premature mortality and promote mental health and well-being, as the department minimizes overworking the employees and reduce manual work done by investing in technology. These efforts will aid to lessen premature mortality as depression can be scaled down. Promoting mental health is also being emphasized, as we suggested to organize mental health talk and develop stress-free environment in the department. Furthermore, Target 3.8 is achieving universal health coverage. We had advised the department to do a biannual medical checkup and increase health insurance coverage from the data collected from the checkup. This effort helps in providing access to the health service for all people without financial hardship, starting with the department. If all organizations facilitated employees and their families with acceptable health benefits, this will reach the meaning of universal health coverage depicted by WHO. Overall, Puan Nadia is satisfied with the ideas of our suggestion. One suggestion that she added is on the mental health talk, which she suggested to do it quarterly instead of once a year to maximize the mental health awareness. Moreover, she told us that it is possible for the department to implement all initiatives that we had suggested, but on a face-to-face basis. We hope that our ideas will help the department to enhance good health and well-being and satisfy Target 3.4 and Target 3.8 in the SDG 3. Thank you for staying with us until the end of the discussion. We hope that you had gained fruitful knowledge from this video.